Internet. There we go. I do like an internet prayer every
Oh,
single morning.
absolutely.
Like it's just like I am in gratitude for technology, internet. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it worked, Blair-Ann. Got
Yay.
this going. And now we're just going to stall for a second, wait for people to come and hang out with us. So how's your morning going so far?
It's going. I am dog sitting for my parents right now. So
Oh,
I slept with 2 dogs and my child last night. I had about this much room in a king size bed. So I
wow.
actually feel pretty good considering it was one of those sleeps where you wake up and you're like, okay, this is all right. I didn't sleep through the night, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Went for a walk already.
Yeah. Wow.
Life's good.
Like we in the mornings for us, it's like we get up and like if I can get my kid to school on time, it's a good day.
Oh yeah,
That's
my
where we're
name's
at today.
late. I get it.
So fun. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Jim. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving yesterday.
Absolutely.
Buffalo. It's fun. We're just going to give people another 30 seconds or so. Hi, Megan. How's baby Lucy? All these people who have babies during COVID, and I haven't got to touch any of them.
Yeah, they could
Waiting
snuggle.
here. Good morning, Helen. So much fun.
So much fun.
I like your top.
Oh, thank you.
Your favorite color is
this gold thing.
I would wear animal print every day.
Me too.
I almost do.
Yeah.
But I put on my love sweater for you today because it's felt Christmassy and loving.
Yeah. I was going to wear my Santa shirt that says "Don't Stop Believing," but then I didn't know if you'd be able to read it.
It'd be backwards.
And it's bright green, so I figured to go with a little more neutral.
I love that. Good morning, Burge. All the way watching from Norway today. Awesome. Angie, good morning. Okay, well, welcome to Virtual Coffee Club. It is Fun Friday, so we get the opportunity to meet what I like to call another amazing soul in our world. And welcoming to our little coffee club is Blair-Ann Lowinger, who is with a company called Leo's Light. Blair-Ann, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Pleasure.
Now, it was funny because we had scheduled to have one of these chats a few weeks ago, and then just with our schedules, it didn't work out. But I remember that I was, sort of letting people know you were coming, and I was like, she's the most amazing person I've never met. But we actually got to meet in person.
We did, yes.
A couple weeks ago. So now I've met you, but I don't know, you're one of those people. You probably get this all the time because you're one of these people, but I feel like I've known you forever and we just should go have coffee and catch up on
I agree.
Like you just feel like that to me.
Oh, that's what happens when you've lived so many lives. I've lived so many lives that I'm like, met at people that I've probably met.
It's just like, well, and I think that sometimes, because when you like some people you're so comfortable with immediately, you're like, why is that? Like,
I know.
It's so fun.
That's a whole other show.
Well, we could do several. We could do a whole series.
Absolutely.
Well, and I think so because I was looking at your Instagram before we were going live this morning, and you have quite a list of, I'm going to say, gifts that you bring to the world, including being like a Reiki master and a bit of astrologer. Is that what I read? Like, what are these things?
So there's a lot of different things. Oh, goodness. I could go on forever. I'll give you the Coles notes, though. From a childhood, I had gifts, and my mom tells me stories that I'm like, oh, my goodness. Yeah, at like 2 and 3, I was doing things that she was like, I don't know how she knows this, or you know what I mean? So, I grew up seeing spirits and being able to communicate. And then, of course, in my teens, I kind of shut it down. I got a little bit scared. I didn't really have anybody to guide me through that, which is why I felt it was so important to kind of come out, I guess, as being a person that is connected with dimensions and spirits and whatnot. So, so my company's called Leo's Light because when I gave birth to my son 5 years ago, that's when things really kind of got re-sparked for me. And I would say it was probably one of the hardest times of my life to have these gifts all reactivated, but then also have a newborn, and he was premature, and just that there was so much going on. So had to work through a lot of stuff. So in that 5 years, a lot has changed. So yeah, I became a Reiki master, which is working.
I don't know if it's her
Oop,
internet. Oh,
are we
there
back?
we go. There you
Okay.
are. I was like, I don't know if it's your internet or mine.
I don't know either.
I don't know if I am. Like, I'm like,
I just do this. So yeah, so I do astrology readings as well, which is quick synopsis is looking at the stars and the moon when you're born, and that reflects a whole lot of who you are and what your I don't know, your life kind of entails.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then really it was in January that I started Leo's Light, and it was kind of like spirit was really guiding me to do this. And I was like, I don't know if I can. I'm not, like, all of those things go through your head. Like, I'm not an entrepreneur. I can't do that. Like, that ego starts talking, but nope, I was supposed to do this. So I just started, and we're here.
And here we are. Well, and that's how we came to I guess get connected, is through a mutual friend named Christy, who we've had on Coffee Club in the past when she had first launched the initiative called Soul Sisters, which was kind of this cool, I want to say short-lived, but I don't mean it in a negative way. Like, it was just a really cool opportunity that she gathered, women entrepreneurs together and put it in a subscription box for about 6 months or so, I think it went. And I got to be an ambassador of that program and try all of these things and share the stuff. And I fell in love with your products. And then I was like, I don't know who this woman is, but I just feel like she needs to be my best friend because she makes cool stuff. And it's made a huge amount of difference in my skin. And I love the products, and they're really, really cool. And I just love like what you're doing. Like, everyone that was involved in that Soul Sisters program has been really unique connections that I've just loved resharing back. So tell us a little bit about some of these products. Like, we've sort of been talked about. I don't want to make it feel like you're doing an infomercial, but they're interesting because they're everyday use items, but they're done differently because you say Reiki infuse them. And maybe you can talk a little bit about what that means and some of the things that you have.
Yeah, for sure. So I always like to say they're oil-based products. So that oftentimes scares people, but it shouldn't. Oil is part of our skin. It's part of our chemical makeup. So we need it. There's been a big misconception in the beauty world that oil is not good or it's bad, but really it's the key to our skin. So all the products are oil-based. I would say mostly face stuff, just because that's what we want to keep the most youthful. And I do, some body stuff. And then, all my products are Reiki infused. So it's just really putting in, when I do Reiki, I work with my hands. So all the products I make with my hands. So it's really putting that intentional energy into the products. And just really making them as pure as they can be. Like, I only use pure ingredients in them, of course, but then just on top of that, everything is made of energy. And so if we think about it, it's like anything we're putting on or into our body should have an energy that is good, that it's going to work for us, right? It's going to work with our body, with our constitution. So that's what the Reiki does.
Yeah, which I think is neat. And I love that. I mean, you've done following your Instagram. So if you want to follow her Instagram at Leos_light, you've done some really great sort of story videos where you talk about putting intention into when you're using the products. So I really love that, of having sort of that mindful moment that when you're washing your face, you have an opportunity to whether express gratitude for your features or your health, or just, making it more of a ritual instead of, because we get very robotic, I think, in those everyday things, and that reminder of being mindful in those moments. And I feel like you've gotten a lot of feedback that that's helped people, the products and the intentions.
Absolutely. And I remember when I used to just wash my face, and I don't know what it was about it, but it's like I literally dreaded doing it. Yeah. Like every night I'm like, I don't want to do this. And so now it's like, oh, I get to wash my face. And so I make it very intentional. I suffer from migraines. So my head is very important to me. So I make sure to, and it's not every night, right? Like we're not perfect people, but it's it's listening to your body. So if there are points in my head, which like lots of the time is up here, is like taking the time to be like, okay, like this hurts, or this massaging makes it feel better. And paying attention to those small parts of your body, because those small parts of your body are actually in the bigger picture, the big parts of your body, because they're all so interconnected. Yeah. And in Reiki, it's like there's what's called our chakras that line up our whole entire body. And so if we have what's called blockages in those, then their energy sticks there. So if we had, for say, like a blockage in our throat, then all the energy in our head couldn't flow down. And so it's going to get stuck, and it's going to cause lots of things. Like it can cause like headaches or migraines or any kind of like eye, nose, mouth pain. So just being really conscious of that, and just imagining that when you're doing those rituals at night or in the morning, whenever it may be, that you're just, that energy is flowing through you and getting around to your entire body.
Well, I think too, for anybody who joins us in coffee, whether you're with us live or you catch us on the replay, sometimes if you're not familiar with that energy work and the things you're saying, you might be like, these two sound like they're crazy. And I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to put magic potions on your face or whatever it is. But my challenge to you, if you're the person who's thinking we're crazy at the moment, is just try it. Like, what do you have to lose from being open to being mindful for a moment?
Absolutely.
Like, nothing to lose on that, and see how that feels, because we're easy to shut something down, right? The confused mind says no.
Yeah.
But I just challenge you to just try it.
Yep. Go outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, and you have, and your company's doing really, like you said, was January. So we're coming almost up to the 1 year anniversary. Do you like, I mean, obviously you've been intentional in this process, but do you sometimes want to pinch yourself and be like, is this really
absolutely happening? Absolutely. Every day, I would say there's just so much gratitude, and like there are people along your path, right, that you meet, and they are a pivotal part. Doesn't mean you couldn't do it without them, but you are very grateful for saying like, I probably wouldn't be where I am without you. So it's like my husband's one of them. He was one of my biggest advocates, and he's an entrepreneur. He's just that spirit, right? Yeah. And so him, along with many other people in my tribe, it was like, okay, I can do this. This is outside of my wheelhouse, but is it? Right? Like, or is that just a limiting belief? I don't know.
Yeah. But something we've just told ourselves. Yeah.
Well, and I said to my sister the other day, I'm like, this isn't work for me. And that to me is like the biggest aha. Like, I didn't really think that I would ever find a job, right? Well, I'll say job, that it wasn't work. It's something I am so passionate and I love so much that I think that's when it does work.
Yeah.
Right? When you release all of the control and anxiety and you just let it flow, that things do oftentimes kind of work out. Doesn't mean there's not work involved, but
but there's a method to the madness per se.
Yes.
So if you're curious to check out some of the things that we're talking about, and it shares some of Blair-Ann's story and descriptions of different things, you can go to her website, leoslight.ca. And this weekend, I think you're involved in a market. Is there another cool market? It's like the season of markets, but
So Local Love, based in Okotoks, is doing an amazing market at the Dwinton Community Hall. I'll post information on my Instagram as well, but there are 40 vendors in and around the area. It's going to be amazing. So you can go to their Instagram and check it out. I think it's just Local Love. I'll again post it, but it is going to be great. There are some inside vendors, some outside vendors, people that just use their love and strengths and to create these beautiful pieces that you could either buy for yourself or buy for presents or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Well, and I think we're in this really cool shift. We were talking a little bit about it. I don't remember if it was on a coffee club or it was just some chat I was having at some point, but we're in this really cool shift in the world where there's a lot of people who are making products or have businesses that don't necessarily have storefronts anymore. We've really shifted into sort of an online world. But what these markets do is give you the opportunity to meet the people behind the companies, put your hands on the stuff a little bit, and see what people are creating behind their doors. And I mean, I think that was one of the coolest things about Soul Sisters is there was so many. I was like, oh my gosh, we have so many cool things that are being created right in our backyard.
Absolutely.
And thanks to the internet, you can sell your product anywhere.
Yep, you can.
Kind of cool.
It is very cool. It's opened up a whole new energetic field.
I'm like, cue the music. A whole new.
Yeah.
Like for some reason that song, that's my brain is like everything's cute. There's a song queued up for every damn thing I do. But
I love that though.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. And this is a random, but there's also a new amazing store opening that I will be featuring my product at.
Cool.
It's called Solstice Society, and it's supposed to be opening on the 1st of December in Okotoks. So if anybody wants to go check out some of the amazing things, I believe, are doing Canada-wide. Yeah. Trying to make it local, but they're doing Canada-wide. So that's also another.
Well, that's also cool, though, too, is that we have the opportunity to try other products in the country. I think.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Kind of cool. Well, it has been so much fun to get to know a little bit more about you today and the exciting things that you have going on. And this is your first holiday shopping spree experience, I guess, for the company. How's it going?
Holiday madness.
It's technically Black Friday today, I guess. I kind of
and we took part in Pink Friday, which is for all the small local businesses, and beyond grateful for all the orders that came through. I'm still trying to catch up on some of them because it was honestly pure magic. So yeah, it's been amazing, but yeah, it's been a lot of work. I'll be happy to relax after the 25th.
Lots of hot cocoa and relaxation in the book for you. I think that's pretty cool. Well, again, we'll be mindful of everybody's busy Fridays in case people are headed out to go do some of that shopping. But Blair-Ann, thank you so much for sharing some of your info today. And I feel like we'll be chatting with you a whole lot more because I feel like we need to dive into all of those other things you were talking about.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's just have some conversations around it because some people really love hearing about that. Some just have no idea. And let's do some education. It'll be kind of fun.
Do some education. Yeah.
So good. All right. Well, have an amazing rest of your Friday, and we'll see you at the market this weekend.
Sounds good. Tomorrow? Yeah, it's Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
I'm like, what day is it? It's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
All week long, I have been a day ahead of myself. So I'm just glad we made it.
We did.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay. Bye, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.